For a while, I've had this fascination with role-playing. The idea of being someone else while being in a hot, steamy situation just seemed alluring. I have wanted to try it for months. After a while, I grew extremely curious and looked for a session through online forums. I found a website where I could find partners that would correspond to a certain genre. I was a big fan of mystery movies, so I found someone, a young, attractive brunette woman named Sally, who was down to reenact my fantasies. We exchanged messages, and she sent me her address, which was on the other side of town. We scheduled to have our appointment on Friday night, which I didn't have any problems with. I was excited all week about it. When Friday night came, I drove all the way across town to a relatively quiet and secluded neighborhood. I put on my trench coat and hat, then proceeded to the house. It looked incredibly worn down and untouched, so I checked the address again. It was the right place. She must have really gone all out on the mystery theme, I thought. I entered the house in excitement and found out that everything was pitch black. I turned on the flashlight on my phone and walked around the house. As I wandered through the dark hallways, I found some footprints on the floor. Believing that they were a clue to her, as you know, it was a mystery theme, I followed them up the staircase into some sort of dining room. In the room, I saw 3 people wearing animal masks, one in a zebra mask, one in a pig mask, and one in a goat mask, sitting around the table with empty plates. The pig signaled for me to take a seat at an open chair. The masked trio just sat there and stared at me, not uttering a single word. Thinking it was just part of the experience, I began to act like a detective, questioning those at the dinner table about a recent murder. No response from anyone. This was incredibly awkward. Trying to maintain the mystery theme, I excused myself from the table like a gentleman. When I did so, the man in the pig mask also stood up and raised the head of an actual pig up. What the hell? He then pulled out a skewer and stabbed it through the head. Then the other 2 people pulled out a butcher knife and a saw. At that moment, I knew this wasn't part of the roleplay and that I was in actual danger. I looked over for the staircase and bolted out of the dining room. I reached for the front door of the house, but it was locked. I panicked, hearing that the footsteps were creeping up to me. I saw a broken window and quickly leaped through it. I ran towards my car and quickly opened it. I got on and started the vehicle, but there was no movement. I looked out of the driver's seat window, and to my horror, I found that my tires were slashed. The trio then got out of the door and were approaching me. Damn. Thinking quickly, I decided to get out of my car and run. I didn't look back. I ran to a house nearby and found a porch to hide under. I didn't see my pursuers, but I didn't want to risk being found out. I looked at my phone. It was 8 o'clock p.m. and I had 65% left. I hid there until 11 p.m. I was about to crawl out until I saw the man in the pig mask running across the street. I heard gunshots, and I also saw a man with a wolf mask firing a shotgun. What the actual hell? I had to continue lying low for a while. During that time, I saw people with a wide array of animal masks ranging from cats to dogs to chickens wandering all over the place. I continued hiding for 1 hour until the area was clear. I crawled out from under and called the police. When they arrived, they took my story and helped move my vehicle, which I found was thrashed by the trio. When I finally got home, I had a completely sleepless night. Sally messaged me on the forum the day after, but I didn't respond. Needless to say, I never went back on that website again. I got my car fixed, but the police never contacted me about what happened. To this day, I still wonder what occurred that night. Some sort of sick game? Some trap to lure people to their deaths? Whoever it was, I'm just glad to have gotten out of there alive.